Hey guys, it's Charlene. Today I'm sharing 2 cards and the brand new release from Pink and Main. Okay, let's dive in and see what we have. Ooh, look at this foil, you guys. Pink, orange, it goes into like an orange and a yellow and a silver. Let's pull all of this stuff out. All right, we have an adhesive eraser, which are always handy. Some really beautiful sticky pearls. Yay, more foilable cut-ups, butterflies. Oh, you guys know that's my jam. Amazing butterflies. Ooh, these are pretty. Live Life in Full Bloom. This is the Live Life foilable panels. And some more beautiful springtime floral type images. This is the Hello Friend flowers. More butterflies. Oh my gosh, right up my alley. Love these. This is the Big Butterflies foilable panels. And then we have, I love reverse foilables like that. Pretty Wings foilables. Oh, these are cute. Pink and Main April mug. Butterfly Friends. These are sweet little images for coloring. Wings of Whimsy. Oh, how cute. It's a little girl, but she's got like a little unicorn headband on. This is called Rainy Day. Ooh, a big, gorgeous floral here. This is Adore You Florals. Oh, butterfly dies. And more butterfly dies. No. Stop. And more. Okay, we've got layered butterfly dies here. This is the butterfly pop-up die. Oh, so all the little wings pop up inside of there. Super cute. And then I just love this. This heart shape cuts out butterflies. So nice. Heart aflutter dies. Ooh, silver toner sheets. I'm gonna have to look at these. I'm curious. Oh yeah, they are silver. They're like a matte metallic white. How are they doing this? I don't understand how white toner sheets are a thing. These are white and you can foil on them. How is that possible? Somebody explain the science to me. Okay, and then floral backgrounds, foilable sheets. I really like these because they're big and you can get 2 cards out of them. So we've got some foliage and different florals in there. Really nice. Big brick wall background stamp. Oh no, it's a folder. I thought it was a stamp at first, you guys. It's an embossing folder. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen a brick wall embossing folder. Okay, Bricks 6x6 is what that is called. We have Wings of Whimsy adhesive transfer stickies. So these are cool because you can use glitter, flock, embossing powder, foil. Oh, look how sweet. This is cute. Seasonal butterflies. This one has candy canes, pumpkins, leaves, pencils, candy canes, stars and stripes, florals. Oh, I love this one. It's got little ocean creatures, rainbows, snowflakes, hearts, and clovers for St. Patrick's Day. And then we have, ooh, pretty butterfly background stencils, set of 4. Okay, so it's a layering stencil set. What is this? Oh, it looks cute, whatever it is. Oh, look at that. Radiating Butterflies stencil. You could pair this with the butterfly from here and do the butterflies in seasonal colors. How cute would that be? Halloween tones, you could do it in orange and black or whatever, and then have your butterfly in the center with the candy corns colored in. This is a really good pairing. For those of you that are butterfly junkies like me, you know that butterfly cards are for year-round. Year-round. Let's make some cards. Starting out here with the butterfly pop-up die, I'm going to cut this out of an A2 sized piece of cardstock. So it's 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And then I'm going to be doing some ink blending on another piece of cardstock that I will put behind this cutout piece. So it's going to show through. Starting out with a really nice soft pink, and what I like to do is kind of take my piece and lay it over so I can make sure that I'm not missing any spots, fill in any of those empty areas. I'm going to blend my pink into yellow so that way I get a nice orange in between them. Now, because I want to do a full rainbow going all the way down this panel, I'm just being mindful about how much space I'm taking up with my colors. The yellow I am blending into blue, so that's going to give me a nice green in between. And then lastly, I'm going to bring in some purple. I'm not going to blend the blue and the purple really though, because I want it to be pretty clear, and I was also running out of room. So once I have that finished, I can move on to creating my sentiment. I have a piece of black cardstock here in my MISTI. I'm using some anti-static powder tool. And then I've got my clear embossing ink here, and I'm going to stamp this stamp from the Rainy Day stamps. It has a lot of fine line work on it, so I'm just being really careful because I don't want to smush those lines and lose the detail. So I'm very lightly rubbing my finger over the back of that stamp. Coming in with some bright white opaque embossing powder. This will melt very nicely. And when you're heat embossing, you do want to make sure that your heat tool is nice and hot before you put it to your paper. That will make it so it melts quickly and you don't lose any of those details. Now I can cut that out with the coordinating die. Gluing my top butterfly piece here down to my ink blended piece. I'm going to make sure I get glue all the way around the butterfly, but I'm also going to dot the centers of the butterflies that will have the wings that fold up. That's because I want to make sure it glues down to my ink blended panel, but that I can still lift up the wings. Once I have that done and can start on the wing lifting, I am bringing in a nice pokey tool to assist me. I definitely recommend using one of these for this type of die. It makes the process a lot easier. So I just pull up the wing and then fold it over. I'm going to go through and do that on all of the different wings here that will pop up, and it creates such a fun, beautiful result. Doesn't that look cool with all of those butterflies popped up like that? Now I want to make sure that those wings stay up, so I'll show you a little trick later how to do that. First, I'm going to go ahead and glue down my sentiment. I'm going to put it right in the center so that some of the wings kind of overlap it, like it's sort of hugging the sentiment. I think that looks really nice. And now to keep those wings up, I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue on each side of the underside of the wing. So that way, when that glue dries, if you try to press the wings down, the glue will keep it from pressing all the way flat. So you put the glue, you don't press down on it, and you just let that glue fully dry. I picked up that tip from Jennifer McGuire, and it is really handy. So here are all those wings popped up, looks great. Now I can glue down the whole panel to my A2 sized card base. And then to add a little bit of bling, I'm bringing in some of the diamond confetti that was from last month's release. I love this confetti. I think it's going to quickly become a favorite of mine because it is very shiny, looks super pretty, but doesn't detract from anything else that you have going on the card. For my second card, I'm going to start out here with the beautiful Radiating Butterflies stencil. And I have a half sheet of cardstock here, so it's 5.5 by 8.5 inches. And I'm just lining that stencil up with the top left-hand corner. I'm going to bring in that same pink ink and I'm going to color all of the butterflies. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a paper towel just to remove the excess ink off of the stencil, so that I can bring in the same yellow ink that I used earlier, and I'm going to make some of these butterflies orange. So I'm going to go along and add the yellow over the pink ink, and those are going to give me orange butterflies. Then I can move on to the second stencil. I'm going to do everything in yellow, similar to how I did everything in pink with the first stencil. And then I can come in with some blue and I can turn some of the butterflies green. Again, just taking care to make sure that I wipe off my stencil in between those two colors, so that way I'm not introducing any ink from the stencil into my other color of ink pad. So now I've got all of that yellow done. I'm bringing in the blue. I'm loving how this is turning out. I wanted this to have some nice rainbow butterflies all around. When I'm done with this, I'm taking a pencil and adding a little mark in that top left-hand rectangle that is up at the top left-hand side of the stencil. That way I can bring in the other half of the stencil and just line it up with that pencil mark, and it's going to fit perfectly. I'm also going to bring a little bit of masking tape down there at the bottom just so I can make sure I don't get any ink where I don't want it. Doing all the butterflies in blue, cleaning off the stencil, and now I'm bringing in some purple, and I'm going to cover some of the butterflies with the purple. I'm going to do something a little bit different here with the last stencil because I wanted to make sure I had a little mixed media on this card and a little bit of bling. So I'm going to line the stencil up with my pencil mark there, color all of the butterflies in the same purple, but then I'm going to clean it off and I'm going to bring in some of my glitter stickles. So once this is cleaned off, I go around on each of the butterflies and just squeeze a little bit of the stickles over the top of the butterflies. Less is more here. You can always add more, but if you put too much at first, it can make a mess. So go ahead and put your stickles down, and then you just run your mixed media spatula over everything and add some extra stickles if you need to in any of the spots. We'll set that aside to dry. Start on our sentiment. We're using those awesome foilable cut-ups. This is the amazing butterflies. I've pulled out two different items that I want to foil, and I'm using that beautiful new pink, yellow, and orange foil. I don't know what the name of this is, unfortunately, but I will link everything I'm using today down below in the description. Just made sure that all of the foil, the foilables, that everything was brushed off and clean because you don't want to get any little pieces of dust or pet hair or anything like that in between that will make it difficult for the foil to bond to the toner. I did go ahead and heat up my mini Minc laminating machine here. I've got it on the number 3 setting, so I did that in advance. Put everything into my carrier sheet, and now I can run it through the machine. You do want to make sure that this is nice and cool before you try to peel up your foil. So I will often just let it sit for a minute, or if I'm feeling a little impatient, I will wave it back and forth to help cool it down, and that gives better results. So now I'm going to peel this foil off, and you guys just wait and see. There it is. Look at that gorgeous foiling result. It looks so pretty, and I did the foil in a different orientation from how it is on the roll. So you can see the stripes are going up and down instead of side to side of those different colors of the foil. So pretty. So now I can put my whole card together. I did pull out one of those beautiful foilable sheets that were released last month in that purple color. Now those are toner foiling sheets, and I decided to use it as my background piece, my background panel. I thought it went perfectly with the other purples that were in my card. So you can also use them as backgrounds. You don't have to foil on them. Just keep that in mind. And now I've glued this with some liquid glue. I'm going to pop up the congrats sentiment as well as my butterfly here with foam tape. So I'm putting the congrats kind of towards the bottom center of our beautiful butterfly radiating stenciled piece there. And then I'm adding the sweet butterfly on the corner so it looks like it's landing down on the sentiment. I can glue this to the front of an A2 sized card base, so we're going to get a little bit of a white border there because those purple toner sheets are not A2 sized. They're actually just a little bit smaller than A2 sized. So there's our beautiful finished card, and I'm going to bring back in that first one we did as well. I hope you guys picked up some tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that I can continue bringing you more crafty content in the future. Until next time, happy crafting.